Hey everyone, welcome to TJ's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make these delicious, chewy, and soft bagels. So let's get started. Alright, so I'm starting off with adding the water to my mixing bowl and topping it with the flour. I am using a scale to measure out all my ingredients here. Then I am adding the yeast. I do use instant yeast here. If you're using active dry, you'll just want to bloom it in the water with the sugar before adding in the rest of the ingredients. I'm then adding in the salt and the sugar. If you don't want to use sugar, you can definitely use honey instead, but you do need some sort of sweetening ingredient for this recipe. With my mixer on a low-medium speed, I'm going to knead this for about 5 to 8 minutes. You really want to make sure this dough is smooth and slightly tacky to the touch. You can see here that the dough is starting to come together, and once it is nice and smooth like this ball here, you're going to just cover it with some plastic wrap or a tea towel, whatever you have, and set it aside in a mildly warm area until it doubles in size like this. This took about an hour and a half, and I'm just using a dough scraper to help me take it out of the bowl here and place it on my countertop so I can get ready to scale out the dough balls. I am using a scale when working with bagels so that I make sure that they're uniform in size so that they bake the same and they look the same. If you want to eyeball it, that is fine too. It's whatever you like. So with each of the dough balls, you can see that I'm starting to flatten it out a little bit with my fingers and shape it into a ball. Then you see I'm kind of making a claw shape with my hand to form it into a nice ball like that. Next, just set aside the dough balls for about 10 minutes. You don't want them to proof too much. If you do, they're gonna collect too much air so that when you try to move them, your bagels will end up being kind of wrinkly in the end. After 10 minutes, your dough balls are ready to be shaped. So you see that I'm just poking a hole with my fingers in the middle of the dough balls and just stretching them out into a bagel shape. You do want to stretch out these bagels with a pretty big hole in the middle. The reason for that is that they do tend to spring back. So if it's not big enough, you're actually just going to lose the hole by the time that you're done baking them. After you've done shaping all your bagels, you're just going to have them prepared onto baking sheets with parchment paper while you get your honey bath ready. The best time to start the honey bath is as soon as the bagels are shaped so that you give them time to rest while the water boils. Make sure that your bagels are covered while you're waiting for this water to boil. Once your water is boiled, you're going to place the bagels in gently and you're going to boil them on each side for at least a minute. Here I am just flipping over the bagels so that I get the other side, and then I'm just gonna let them boil for another minute. Once I take the bagels out, I'm just placing them onto the baking sheet and letting them rest until I finish boiling off all of the bagels. Once all of the bagels are boiled, I'm just going to brush them with an egg wash and then sprinkle on some seasoning. Now the seasonings are really up to you. This is the everything bagel seasoning that I just get from Costco, but you can do plain sesame, poppy seed, leave them plain, just add some salt if you'd like. It's really whatever you'd like. Then I'm going to place them into the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for around 15 to 20 minutes until they're nice and golden brown. You can see here now that they're out of the oven, they have a nice golden brown color to them because of the egg wash. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.